Slovakia. But this goes to show you that this is the reason why we're not supposed to follow those other guys, because if those guys knew their history and where it comes from, this is nothing to glory in. Okay? But it says, while the semen is called forth by Seth in an attempt to humiliate Horus, it comes from Seth instead. But interestingly, the tale shows that ancient Egyptian culture didn't look down on this. Of course, just like in America, they don't look down on this act. Okay, now some people do, but if you're speaking openly about it, then ultimately you get penalized for it. Okay, or they look at you or they demonize you. It says something heroic Horus engaged in himself so much as it held being subjugated and low esteemed. Okay, then you got Antonius or Antonius, which is the resurrection figure, holds ties to ancient Egypt, Greek, and Roman cultures. And you notice this is where Esau gets his heaviest influences of his witchcraft from Egypt, Babylon, which Esau took the identity of the Greeks from Japhet. Okay, and then the Romans. It says Antonius was a real historical figure and the male companion of the Roman Emperor Hadrian or Hadrian. It says the pair would take journeys around the Mediterranean. And one trip, Antonius drowned in the Nile on the same day that the Egyptians commemorated the watery death of Osiris. Deeply affected by the death of his lover, Hadrian encouraged the defecations of Antiochus, and cults sprung up around the Mediterranean honoring him. In some tellings, Antonius rose from the Nile after his death and was then revealed as a form of Osiris reborn. Indeed, the god of the Roman cult that followed him still have devotees today. Okay, then you got Adam, then you got Nephilus, then you got Isis, you got Ra, which is Ra or Rat. This is some bugged out shit. Then you got Neaconum and Humotep. When them niggas go Hotep. You got Hashafut. Wow. Wow. And these are all the fucking guys that you niggas don't even realize that you worshiping, man. That's why the Lord gonna smoke the 2/3 of you clowns. I can't, you 2/3. I just got even more hatred for you at this point. More disgust. But it says, for the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. But for the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. Okay? The Lord made the heavens, not you other nations, man. Okay? Give you unto the Lord, on ye kindreds of the people, give unto the Lord glory and strength. And give the Lord the glory due unto his name, and bring an offering and come into his courts, man. Okay? It didn't say worship Amun-Ra or Cyrus or Horus, Hotep. It didn't say that, man. It says the gods of the nations are nothing but idols. Worship Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? God of Israel should be put to death. Yep. 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. Start of verses 12. It says, and they entered a covenant to seek Yahweh thy power, and of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul. And whatsoever will not seek the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, should be put to death. Okay? Whether small or great, whether man or woman. You see? Because see, what happened was, Jake, we made an oath to the Lord. That's why it says those that made a covenant with me by sacrifice. We made an oath unto the Most High that we will worship him and keep the commandments, and we didn't do so. That's the reason why we are in this predicament in the first place. One of the main reasons why Jake is all jacked up and strung out. Reason why the woman is out of order. Most High giving you over to these wraps of these vessels, these idols, into destruction. You see? And it says here, and it says, whether small or great, whether man or woman. And they swore unto the Lord with the loud voice, with the shouting, and with trumpets and cornets. And all Judah rejoiced at the oath. For they had sworn with all their heart, and sought him with their whole desire. And he was found of them, and Yahweh gave them rest round about, man. Okay, but it says, who would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death. All right, so you Jakes that's partaking in this festivity of Bacchus, this festivity of wickedness, you're going to be held accountable for it. Okay, because Check this out. If your Cyrus, if they were all righteous and they all claim to be deities in some type of form of God, they will understand this, man. Okay? This is the book of Leviticus 20 and 10. It says, and a man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress should surely be put to death. Okay? You had a thing of incest going on with these other heathens, with these other gods. Okay, as we read about the story with Horus and Osiris. Okay? Incest, putting semen in letters and shit like that. A lot of you freaks of natures get down like that, and you wonder where you get your demonic spirit from. Because remember, spirits, they don't influences or energy. It just transfers from one particular aspect to the next. Okay, and they are harboring upon these idols that you jakes put your faith and trust in. And it says here, and a man that lied with his father's wife have uncolored his father's nakedness. Both of them should surely be put to death, and their blood should be upon them. And that's Jake. Jake is known for sleeping with their father's wives, and the father sleeping with the son's wives. Jake is known for that, man. Jake sleeping with their brothers' mothers and shit. It's crazy, man. And it says here, and if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them should surely be put to death, for they have wrought confusion. Their blood should be upon them. So, hey, if you were sleeping with the daughter, say for instance, right? If you got a wife, all right, you have a wife, and let's just say if you adopt a woman, or let's just say if her father, let's say if you got a wife that had a child by another man, that fathered another child, or you father a child from another man, and the father's dead, or he's alive, because in most cases in Israel, men didn't take on women that had children by other men. That was, I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but it was not tradition. Okay, like today, it's very common for you to meet a woman that have a child by another man. That's common today. It happens. You're going to have some cases that, people are going to be delivered in that aspect. But in the ancient world, it wasn't really a thing like that. Now, it does happen, depending on if the father was just a piece of shit and he wasn't around, or he died. Mainly, if you took on a kid of another man, it's probably because the father is dead. Okay, but even then, let's just say today, you meet a girl and she has a daughter, okay, or your son and your wife, and your son and your wife hits it off. That's wickedness, man. That's why it says here, if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them should surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion, and their blood should be upon them. Okay, that's off. And in these different cultures, they partake in that. And if a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They should surely be put to death, and their blood should be upon them. And this is the reason why momos don't take the Bible serious, or they hate the scriptures. You talk about the Holy Bible in front of a what you call a happy person, then they take offense to it because they feel like, can't nobody judge me, can't nobody judge me but God. You see what I'm saying? And that's the type of rebelliousness they that's the spirit they come in. All right. The book of Isaiah 3, and I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, the sure they countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. That's the grave of the sin. Okay? They declare their sin as Sodom because it's out in the opening, and we understand the judgment from those 5 harboring cities in Sodom and Gomorrah. We understand the history of that. Okay? And it's repeating itself. And it says, and they hide it not, but woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves, man. Okay? It says you are rewarded evil unto yourselves. So this particular act of debauchery you're engaging in, the Lord is going to smoke that. And he's going to stump that out. And he's stumping it out now, man. Because you got people that's rising up, protesting against it. And then on top of that, you got World War. World War III is going to be the war to end all the bullshit in the planet Earth, man. That's going to do a clean sweep of all the wickedness on top of Yahweh's return. Okay, because when Yahushua comes back, he's coming back with fire, and to declare war on the citizens of this wicked ass kingdom. You see, one more precept here, and sample. Yep, 1 Peter 2, and I'm gonna start at verses 6 is good. Whole chapter is really good, but the start of 6, it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow. It says condemned, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly. So that was just an example. The Lord is made an example out of them just to show you what he's going to do in his latter time. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. It says, from that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Okay, so hey, this is the spirit we're in. We're vexed, and hey, we cry up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to make a speedy riddance of this place, man. But anyway, brothers, this is just a quick lesson. I just thought it was interesting how these things are really nothing new. This is all from the ancient world. Okay, you niggas that think that you're inventing this has been around. You're doing nothing but walking back into your lots, man. Okay. But anyway, I'm in it here giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball. Shalom.